last year, it was virtually a 12 game competition. Is it just how much more confidence and comfort is it for you now?
Yeah, well, this is going into my third two-a-days now, and each one's been different. The first one being red-shirted, sitting behind Landry and those guys, that was a different experience than last year. Obviously, coming into two-a-days not knowing who was going to be the guy was competition every day. And then this year, it is a little bit different. Going into the year being the guy, it is a confidence booster and allows me to, focus on other areas. But, same things hold true. You got to go in and work as hard as you can and be the same guy every day. And you're still competing against yourself. You're still competing against the guys around you, even if it's a little bit more solid.
The way you played against Alabama, it seemed it was such a dramatic thing from the up and down season you dealt with prior to that. Did something just click? Was there a line of demarcation for you where all of a sudden you're just a different guy? Can you pinpoint it?
Yeah, there's no certain moment or anything like that. It's just work throughout the season. It's coming in every single day and working as hard as you can. Learning when you're not the guy, when you're not playing. Sitting back in practice, watching the positives and negatives that Blake went through, and learning from those. And then obviously the extra preparation time there for the bowl game was big as well.
I think that you saw the game in a different way. When you lost the job and Blake was the guy during the middle part of the season, do you feel like you saw the game in a different way? You were placed in a different spot and you watched. Did you see the game differently?
Yeah, it did help. Going through adversity, I learned how to lead from a different way. I learned how to handle adversity in that way, and it was big for me character-wise, and it was big for our team as well, because we battled ups and downs as a team, and that was the cool thing about last year, is that everyone just kept coming, and it all came together at the right time there at the end.
Are you different than you were at the Sugar Bowl, and are there certain things that you worked on specifically in this offseason?
Yeah, I think I'm a different guy from the Sugar Bowl, just because that's the past, and I've just continued to work. We've had a great summer. A lot of guys that have just come in, especially the young guys, come in and just work super hard. And I'm excited about taking that confidence. I've said it a lot of times before, but taking the confidence that we gained from the Sugar Bowl and carrying it into this offseason, carrying it into two-a-days right now, and then into the first game of the season as well.
Coach Heupel talked about being smart, basically, when you run the football, not putting yourself in a dangerous situation. Is that something you battle every day, knowing what a competitor you are? You want to slide, but you also want to get that first down or whatever?
Yeah, that's just playing football. That's, I consider myself a distributor now. In high school, you're one of the guys. You're a playmaker. At this level, you got to get the ball in your playmaker's hands. So, obviously, with being a dual threat guy, I can get it out on the edge and make some plays with my feet, but I don't want to be the playmaker. I want to be a distributor.
Hard to balance that when you're like, you see the first down marker and you can stretch, but yet there's a guy coming and it's third down. What do you do?
It's situational stuff. Obviously, that you want to go get the first down. But then there's other times where, if you can get out of bounds and not take one of those hits, you need to.
Trevor, what's it like seeing a guy like Corey Green back in practice every day, not knowing he's going to be somebody you need when you have a lot of receivers to replace?
Yeah. Well, Doriel's come in and done a great job. He's really fit in really nicely, and he's working really hard too. For his sake, I hope it all works out for him sooner rather than later. For any young guy, you want them to be able to come in and be able to play. So, to be in his position, I bet's a little rough, but he's come in and worked really hard, and like I said, I hope it all works out for him.
Sterling's a guy that's emerging for you, but working with guys this summer, who are some other receivers that really impressed you through the summer and through these first 3 days of practice?
Yeah, well, Sterling and then Deron Neal on the outside, they really stepped up as the leaders out there. Kind of being the oldest guys, the only guys with experience, they brought those young guys along, and it's a battle right now for those other spots. And so a lot of guys have shown really good things, but it's going to continue through two-a-days to see who's going to step up.
One of the leaders on the team, one of the players who's a leader on the team, how does it make you feel when a guy gets in trouble, or when you see headlines about a guy getting in trouble, potentially getting in trouble? What is your reaction to that?
I hurt for him. We all make mistakes, and it's just how you respond to it. Obviously being an athlete, you got to put yourself on that pedestal and and not do some things that you shouldn't do, and have a conscious mind of that. But, things are going to happen, and, I'm not here to bash them or anything like that. I want to be here for them. That's what, a team is for. And so I'm not on one side or the other. I hurt for them, and I hope they can learn from their mistakes.
Re-energized. I saw something in the summer that you were just so busy doing stuff. I think your mom was saying, hey, you're just worn out from all this. How accurate is that?
I feel great. Like I said, it's been an excellent summer. That freshman group is really just – they came in and have done a great job. And we've had a lot of fun this summer. Me personally and as a team, I think we've gotten really close. The closest team since I've been here that I've been a part of. So it's been pretty special in that aspect. It's been a great summer for sure.
Juniors or seniors, a quarterback, running back, and just a handful really, wide receiver. What's it like to be such a part of such a young group of skill players?
Well, it's fun. It gives you an opportunity to come together and have fun together and play hard and hopefully turn into something great and be those older leaders that can show the young guys in the future the way it's supposed to be done.
How has your life changed since the Sugar Bowl, and how do you deal with it?
It's changed a little bit, maybe a little more recognition, from the outside world, but it's been fun. I've said before, I've had some really cool opportunities to go speak and share my faith and things like that, which has been really special. I just handle it day to day and enjoy it the best I can.
What you tried to do?
I'm sorry, Trevor. What's the threat that Blake can give you guys with somebody that can kind of get down the middle of the field deep with all the other stuff you guys have, having that kind of a threat in the offense? What does that do?
Yeah, it's big. Blake's obviously a big guy. 6'6", 260. Runs really well, has great hands, and a great knowledge of the game. Playing quarterback, we're kind of on the same page in that aspect, just because we've been in the same meeting room for the last 2.5 years. And he's working really hard at it. We were talking the other day, and he's taking the switch, better than you could even imagine. And so really excited for his season this year.
He, or maybe he and Taylor McNamara together, the position, be your number 2 or 3 option? Could they combine for 40 catches?
Well, absolutely. You'd hope for something like that. You'd hope that guys like that would find their way and that we'd be able to utilize, their talents and, have an impact on the field.
I say it because Taylor caught a pass in the Sugar Bowl. I think it was his first catch of the season. Mm-hmm. And I can remember looking at other members of the media going, but so to be able to do that just would seem to add a completely new dimension to the offense as we know it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got talent all across the board, and that's what's, both a good thing and a bad thing about playing in a place like this, especially for the coaching staff, is you've got talent everywhere, and it's kind of, who steps up, who's going to be the guy, how is it going to fit into what we want to do, and kind of what sticks when you throw it against the wall.
We saw the line for your autograph line, and it was really the first day you've been out in the public like this as Trevor Knight, the quarterback of Oklahoma. What was that like, and what were any interesting interactions with some of the fans?
No really interesting interactions, but it was cool. It's the place you want to be. When going through recruiting and growing up, a college football fan, you dream of kind of days like today where you're kind of the guy and get to interact with the fans and everything. So it's pretty special.
Your faith at the forefront, but I'm curious, how would your teammates describe you as a competitive guy, as a fiery guy?
I think they'd say, I'm the same guy every day. A fun guy that likes to have a good time, but when it's time to get it done, I'm pretty serious. New iPads, they're great. At first I like taking my handwritten notes, but kind of just threw that all aside and started with the technological thing, and it's worked out great so far. The first couple days of two-a-days, all the little gadgets and the pen and the notes and everything that it has on there. It's going to be really cool.
Talk about the expectations now. You're all of a sudden quarterback of the number 3 ranked team preseason in the nation. One of those many projected to be in that Final Four.
Yeah, it's where you want to be. You look at the walls all around this place, and that's what's happened before, and that's where we want to be again this year. And preseason rankings are preseason rankings. We got to live up to that every day and come to work and work to be in that Final Four. The first year or something like that, you want to be a part of it. And so I feel like our guys have worked really hard, and it's a week in, week out thing.
How do you deal with the fact people look at that Sugar Bowl and they said, we expect that every game?
Well, I expect it every game too. I actually want to build on that. I've said it before. That's kind of the baseline. That's the best I've played. I want to build on top of that. That's a confidence booster for me. And obviously there's going to be ups and downs through a season, but you want everything to go well and you want to play well.
You posted great numbers, so on one hand you'd think that, God, you can't improve your throwing any, but have you and Josh worked anything, whether it's shortening a release or doing anything fundamentally with your throwing?
Nothing drastic. Obviously you're always working, your feet, always working, balance, arm slot, things like that. Continue to work through the summer on different drills and everything just to, fine tune your game. And that as a quarterback and as a competitor, you do that week in, week out, year in, year out, because you're always trying to get better.
All right. Thanks, Trevor.
All right. Thank you.